You just know it's going to be a good episode of TNA when we started off with a World Heavyweight Championship match as Joe Henry goes up against Jake Something. Now, if you had your money on Jake Something winning, I want to have what you're smoking because we all knew Joe Henry was going to win. Like, it was obvious from the start, and even since the beginning of his reign, he isn't going to lose it for a very long time. Jake Something is just someone to put another championship victory on his name, on his reign. So that was all good. What was important about this is everything that happened after the match. Ryan Nemeth comes out, he tries to get all into Joe Henry's face. Then Jake Something attacks Joe Henry, and Ryan Nemeth and Jake Something sort of team up. So Nick Nemeth himself has to come out and he has to try and stop this. But he accidentally superkicks Santana, who also got involved. So a lot of drama here. This was very good because I have no idea where all of this is going. We're obviously building towards some sort of feud between Ryan Nemeth and Nick Nemeth, which I personally think it's a bit early, but I'm still interested in it. And then also Ryan Nemeth is sort of into Joe Henry. Not into him, that sounds weird. But he wants to fight him, and Nick Nemeth obviously still wants that championship victory back, championship title back. And then Jake Something is probably going to be involved in all of this somehow too. So there's a lot of moving parts, but it's all very entertaining to watch. Then we get a Knockouts Tag Team Division matchup. You can't call it a division, there's two teams. The By Elegance's defeat just a pair of jobbers, really. And then after the match, they keep attacking them, and Spitfire come out to save the day. It's nothing we haven't seen before. It's all to rinse and repeat. Look, if we're not going to introduce new teams or do something different, we should really scrap this division. Ash by Elegance is a very entertaining character, and I think she could be a good feud for Masha Slamovich. And Danny Luna and Jody Threat are both very capable at going on singles runs. If this tag team division is just going to be the two of them for the rest of time, we might as well just stop it now. Because really, I'm not that entertained by another Spitfire or By Elegance's feud. Because we're probably going to put the belt on the By Elegances. That's probably what's going to happen. And sure, it might be entertaining for a while, but we're always going to revert back to that Spitfire feud. Because there's literally no one else. Then Mustafa Ali has a town hall meeting, and both the Good Hands and Tasha Steelz are now part of his committee. And I really like that. Tasha Steelz feels like with any heel faction, she just fits in perfectly. She fit in very well with the system, and she's going to fit in very well with this Mustafa Ali faction. And for the Good Hands, I'm very excited for them. They're going to be elevated a lot. Just like how Tyson DuPont and Tyreek Igwe are very much elevated by being with Wes Lee, I think the Good Hands are going to get this big elevation from being aligned with Mustafa Ali. That rhymed for some reason. But it looks like we're going to go ahead and have a Mustafa Ali and Tommy Dreamer feud. Can't say I'm particularly excited for it, but you know, if it's going to be a big victory for Mustafa Ali before we move ahead with the Santana feud, sure. Kazarian is supposed to have a match with Sami Callihan, but Mance Warner attacks him before the match, but Sami Callihan doesn't quit and he goes right into the match and he actually gets some momentum in, but Mance Warner comes out and he distracts Sami Callihan and Kazarian does end up getting the victory. Great heel victory for Kazarian, makes him look like a dick. Mance Warner seems like a threat, and Sami Callihan gets a lot of underdog babyface stuff behind him. This all around was very messy, but in a very good way, and it made you actually care about each character here. So I really loved it, and I'd like to see more of this. And we followed up with just a quick Cora Jade victory over Zaya Brookside. This was also fine. I love Cora Jade. Okay, hear me out. I would not mind if we see Cora Jade defeat Masha Slamovich for the Knockouts Championship. I have nothing against Masha, but like, Cora is just so entertaining in every aspect. And Masha's entertaining too, don't get me wrong. And even, I don't think if Cora Jade defeats her, it should be a very long reign. Masha should end up getting it back. But I would like to see Cora Jade maybe just have like a month or 2 month reign in and actually defeat Masha. Because she's by far the best presented talent, Cora Jade. The best presented talent on TNA, and overall the most polished package. Like, you have her character, she's good in the ring. Tessa and Masha are very close seconds, but by far Cora Jade, like, she has all the attention whenever she's on the screen. And then backstage, Tessa Blanchard and Ariana Grace also have this little face-to-face again. They've been in each other's faces a bit over the past few weeks. I don't think it's going to turn into a match. I think we're going to see someone from NXT come over to face Tessa, because I don't think they're going to waste it on Ariana Grace. Not that she's not good. She's very entertaining. But I don't think that's a very particularly big match. So it's probably going to be some slightly bigger name from NXT. Maybe like a Sol Ruka or Kalani, but just more of a babyface. So Carmen Petrovic maybe? Then we also have a brawl between Wesley and these two goons and Ace Austin and the Rascals. I said this before and I'm saying it again. I'm not... A 3-on-3 match between these two teams, it's going to be entertaining, but I'm not particularly excited for it. I would have rather seen Wesley have a singles feud with someone here. We've already seen him face Ace Austin, so like, not particularly interested in seeing that again, especially since there's no clear story. And then when it comes to Wesley versus Zachary Wentz, like I said before, Zachary Wentz has not evolved as a character at all since their previous match, so I'm not curious or interested in seeing just a rehash of what they did before. So if it's just a 3-on-3 match, I don't feel like it accomplishes anything for anyone at all. And Masha Slamovich retains against Savannah Evans, another world title match that seemed very obvious, but Masha also gets another title victory under her belt, so that's also good. It just enhances her, prestige as a champion. Now, for Savannah Evans though, hear me out, I think she should join First Class. I think she would fit in very well with that group. I think it's literally the perfect fit. Because Savannah Evans, she has something. It's like there's something there, we just need to put it together. I think giving her a mouthpiece like Top Dollar or AJ Francis, a mouthpiece like him, and then just some new gear, some new presentation, I think she can go really far here. And then we head to the main event where Eric Young retires Josh Alexander, maybe. Now, Eric Young winning is the best decision they could have made. He definitely needed to defeat Josh Alexander, and we're obviously going to go ahead with Eric Young versus Steve Macklin, but maybe Eric Young versus Joe Henry should be the main feud. Like, I'm very interested in what Eric Young is doing right now. I'm not even gonna lie. For some reason, I'm just invested in this. I want to see Eric Young go up against Joe Henry. I was about to say Joe Hardy. That was gonna be awkward. But I would like to see this feud. And when it comes to Josh Alexander, I've seen a few people say he's going to return to TNA. Now, I don't want him to leave TNA, but at the same time, I don't think there's literally anything left for him to do here. I don't know how far he can go in AEW or maybe even WWE, NXT. I don't know what his ceiling there is going to be. It feels like a place like New Japan could really use someone like him. But I don't think TNA would be the right path for him. I think it's just going to be a stagnant career further if he stays in TNA. But overall, this was a pretty solid show, and I'd give it a nice 8 out of 10. Very enjoyable, progressed a lot of stuff. A lot of interesting things happened tonight that really got me excited to watch next week's TNA. And that's all I ask from the show. Just get me excited to see the next show while I am enjoying the current show. That's what this episode of TNA was. Nothing more, nothing less, just enjoyable television. So yeah, if you enjoyed tonight's episode of TNA, leave a like and subscribe, as I cover TNA every week along with NXT and the pay-per-views and some news in between. So leave a like, subscribe. We're so close to 500 subscribers, halfway to 1K. That would be amazing. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. Goodbye.